Hi! In this video I will show you how to measure, order and install aluminum bifold door.
In this video, we will show you a situation here folding doors can be used to separate two rooms. The threshold of the folding door will be embedded in the floor to obtain a flush surface after installation. If you want to achieve the same effect, be sure to check the threshold height in the selected system. It must not be bigger than the height below the floor level. If it is larger, the missing height will be supplemented with widenings. In our case, we additionally had to take reveals into account. You will learn how to use system extensions to mask them aesthetically and to properly attach the door to the body of the building. Remember, in case of any questions, feel free to ask us in comments. Leave a thumb up and subscribe our channel to stay tuned with new videos. Measurement is a key moment, so watch carefully. We'll start with the height. First of all, you will need to make 3 measurements. Remember, for each of them, measure the height in 3 places and write down the lowest result. You will have to do the same with the width later. Measure in 3 places and note the smallest value. We pass to the measurements. The first measurement, h1, is the height from floor to ceiling. The second measurement, h2, is the height from the floor level to the lowest edge of the reveal. Subtract h2 from h1, and then subtract 2 centimeters. Then add the threshold height to h2. You will receive the door height you specify when ordering. Use the rules of the first 2 measurements, h1 and h2, to measure the width of the door. You will calculate the width of the door and the dimensions of the extensions. In the case at hand, it was not possible to bring the entire structure inside. We received the door in parts that we put together at the assembly site. Using an electric screwdriver and a screw, we assembled the frame and set it in its final place. We will go through it step by step. After unpacking the frame, pick up all the parts and place them safely on the floor. If you have extensions, put them together. Make sure all the pieces fit together well. Then arrange the elements on the floor so that they form the framework of the future frame, and then proceed to joining the individual parts. Before permanently connecting the elements to each other, apply silicone and fix the connectors inside the profiles. Now press them together and use a screwdriver to tighten the screws in the corners. Tighten the screws carefully and sensitively. Using too much force can damage the aluminum. Repeat the last 2 steps for each side. All elements are precisely made on CNC machines and should fit together perfectly. Also remember to always carefully join the elements with each other. In our case, it was also necessary to screw the extensions to the structure, from the top and from one of the sides. The frame is ready to be lifted and secured in place. Make sure that the structure is perfectly leveled in both planes. This is the main cause of problems after assembly. Use a countersink bit to align the screw heads with the profile level. Our threshold is perfectly flat. Great. On both sides, check that the frame does not tilt sideways and front back. Use shims if necessary. Check twice. If you're okay, then you can move on. First the other side, then the top of the frame. Be sure to tighten the screws with even force. Otherwise, the frame may bend. Use a self-leveling laser for highest precision, to make sure you haven't distorted the frame. Check the distance between the laser and the edge of the frame at 4 places. You must get exactly the same score for each of the points. Time to assemble the wings. Place shims under the sash to keep it horizontally with no problem. Now assemble the first sash by screwing down each hinge with screws. Do the same with the next wings. As you can see, an extra pair of hands is essential for a safe assembly process. Finally, check that closing and opening the door is trouble-free. If you followed the previous steps carefully, everything should work fine. Remember, in case of any questions, feel free to ask us in comments. Leave a thumb up, and subscribe our channel, to stay tuned with new videos. If your door frame is not properly leveled, this is likely to be the cause of most problems. This is the first thing you should check. Attention! Before ordering bifold door, double-check and confirm proper data and measurements with your order consultant. Links to all materials and tools needed for proper measurement and assembly can be found in the description.
That's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment and share. Also subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.